Seems like it was actually raining earlier. It looks okay now. I actually have a different controller, so it's gonna be a loner, and let's see how the drone performs in that case. Let's see if the problem is still there. And what's going on today? I guess in terms of drones, there's been more human organ drone deliveries. This one says, MissionGo and Minnesota team transports world's first human pancreas via unmanned aircraft. It says here, MissionGo, a leader in unmanned aircraft solutions that is transforming logistics. Lifesource, the organ procurement organization serving the upper Midwest, and Mercy Hospital, part of the Alena Health System, today announced the first ever test flight carrying a human pancreas via unmanned aircraft system conducted on May 5th. This organ flight builds on the 3 other tests conducted using an unmanned aircraft in 2019 and 2020. In April 2019, as part of the University of Maryland research project, MissionGo's Ryan Henderson piloted the delivery of the first kidney by UAS that was then successfully transplanted into a patient. Then in September 2020, MissionGo partnered with the Nevada Donor Network, OPO, to complete the 2 test flights transporting research corneas and research kidney. And then with that, it led up to this. It said this inaugural pancreas flight helped evaluate the use of the UAS specifically in the Midwest region. With recent changes to the FAA regulations and MissionGo's progress certifying their MG Velos 100 UAS, the team is well positioned to integrate UAS organ delivery for Lifesource and Alena Health soon, both from donor to transplant hospital and to Minneapolis St. Paul International Airport for transport to other parts of the country. And it says some of the flight details here. It says the cargo weight 10 pounds, aircraft weight 54 pounds, endurance 23 minutes, 35 miles per hour, and basically the path from the hospital to the river. Total distance 10.44 miles. It sounds like almost like a regular recreational drone in terms of the flight time and stuff like that. It'll only be a matter of time until all this stuff is normal, so to speak. And I guess in terms of normal, it was kind of interesting reading this one, where apparently some teachers here are saying the way they're managing, I guess, things with the virus and all that is not working as expected. There's potentially more negatives. So it's kind of interesting. This one says, group of BC teachers calls for easing of pandemic measures for students. Teacher group says response to COVID is out of balance to the cost of our youth are paying. It's kind of interesting how they use the car crash, I guess, example where many people actually do that when it comes to things like deaths and stuff like that for certain items. It says the letter goes through a list of reasons why BCEHR thinks the response to COVID is out of balance, including their assertion that the risk of dying of COVID-19 in British Columbia is 0.03%. The risk of dying of a car crash in 2019 was approximately 1.22%. Asymptomatic spread is rare, 0.7% or less. 2 out of 45,000 teachers in BC have been in ICU for COVID. No deaths reported thus far. 211 out of 45,000 teachers in BC have WorkSafe claims for contracting COVID within the education sector. And as it goes on, it almost sounds like things like the distancing and mask, it's working too well for, I guess, children, in the sense of they're too scared in general to even, let's just say, I don't know, take it off during times where it would make sense to take it off, or when they get injured, they're afraid of going maybe near someone. Like it says here, Crosscop cited an incident where a young girl fell into a panic attack because she left her sweater outside. Other kids were playing and she knew she wasn't supposed to cross social distancing boundaries, and she worked herself into a panic. That shouldn't be happening. It's such a small problem that's been made into such a big thing that she would be afraid to go out and get her sweater off the playground when the risk outside is almost nothing. She's also witnessed kids panicking because they were having a hard time breathing and wouldn't take their mask off out of fear. She also cited mental health issues. You can feel it. It'll go okay, but depending on what's happening in the community or when new health orders are circulated, you can feel how it changes in the classroom and with the kids. They are more depressed and they act out more. I don't know if things like the numbers are 100% accurate. That's for data analysts and stuff like that to debate about, but it does bring up that point where people are constantly debating, are the solutions put in actually the best way to do it, or do they create, I guess, a lot more problems in other avenues that's completely unbalanced in that sense? It actually does make me genuinely curious too, in terms of, I guess, people going through school right now. How does this change, I guess, things like their social anxiety and all that, in terms of how they approach people just due to all the precautions? Alright, see you guys later.